Hi everyone, today I am playing around with the Gingerbread and Peppermint Suite. This is a really fun collection. It's a big collection. There's a lot going on here, so I want to show it to you. And I think I'm going to be using it pretty much all week because I have so many ideas for it. And I did double check because right now we are in December, and that means that this mini catalog is almost over. So they have what's called the last chance list. And that means they tell you everything that's going to retire and be gone. And this is your last chance to get it. So some of it is discounted if they have a lot of stock of it. Some of it, however, is not discounted, and that's because they believe it's going to sell out before the end of the month, and so they're not worried about discounting it. And this is one of those suites. This is a suite that is full of good things that everybody's going to like. So I did double check to make sure it's still in stock, and it is, but it's super cute. And so I thought I would show it to you while I was making things. And seriously, lots of cuteness going on here. I'm a baker. I love to bake at Christmas time, and I like to bake gingerbread in particular. So I know I'm going to use them. I put this little treat on the desks of everybody at Stamp Camp a couple weeks ago. So everybody got one of these, and it's using the paper. And so I really thought, you know, I want to show you, sometimes at the end of the season, maybe we're not thinking about spending so much money on more stamp sets, and the bundle is a little bit pricier. It's $48. It's a great bundle. But it could be that you are not looking to buy more stamps necessarily. They're super cute. Here they are. I'm getting a lot of use out of this particular one. You're the icing to my gingerbread. I also like the Sending You Peppermint Kisses because I sent some peppermint mocha treat holders. I'll show you that in another video. We'll do this in another video. But today I want to focus on this paper and these Memory and More pack. Super fun. And I just really want to make sure you see it before they're gone. Also, I want to show you this. So let me show you the parts before I get ahead of myself. Stamp set is super cute, like I said. Really great sayings for treat giving, but also just for Christmas. And there's dies that go with it that cut out all the different gingerbread shapes. Really fun collection there. And it even has, you have layering pieces, so you can cut out the base of your cookie like in a craft paper. Which is right here. They've added a craft paper which kind of has that gingerbready look to it. So you can cut out the base in this and then cut out a detailed area in white that looks like icing. So that's really fun. Okay, now I want to show you these. These are Memory and More cards, which usually we think of as scrapbooking and memory keeping. But, and I don't use them a whole heck of a lot, to be honest, but this one is particularly cute. First we have this. These are Gingerbread and Peppermint Memories and More cards and envelopes. That means it's a plain card base. It's just like the skeleton of the card that you then build on top of. And it comes with this craft kind of look to it. And the inside's just white. And then the envelopes are craft paper with cute little icing on it and a place to put your address. So they're really fun. And check out the price. So it's $10, but you get 20 envelopes and card bases, and that's really cool. So that's like 50 cents, right, for each of this part, just this part alone, and that's a really good deal. And then you're going to build on top of it. Okay, and then these Memory and More cards kind of fit, so you can layer. So you can do this and do some layering here with these cards. Now the cards also come with stickers, which are really fun. So you've got sentiments on there too. See? Your friendship makes the season sweeter. Merriest Christmas. There's these cute little oven mitts, which I think are adorable. I think there's 2 of those. Yeah. 2 pages of those. And then there's, I used this one on another project, and I cut some of these stars out. And here's that. So you can pop them up so that way they're not as flat. You can just kind of layer things. And then I was going to show you how to do something with that in a minute. With these extra little, look at, there's a spatula, super fun, and the oven mitts, which I think are super fun. So I think it's a really great set. Also, if you give cookies, like if you're a person who gives cookies to your neighbors, this is going to be great for that. So I'm going to have a separate video on some packaging, so I'll do that. I don't want to have the video be too long by showing too much, but I'm just loving these little pieces, and I just didn't want you to miss out on them, especially this. I mean, 50 cents for that base, and then you add on top of it is a great deal. And these cards with the little oven mitts. Oh, and look what else is in that pack. Look, it's like a cooling rack. so fun. That cracks me up. I love this. I actually bought 2 of them because I didn't know how many pieces. I thought it only came with 2 cooling racks, but actually it comes with several. So you get like 2 black ones, maybe 3 black ones, yep, and 3 silver ones, see? So it actually comes with more than I thought. Anyway, so that's that and that. I love these decorative masks. We're going to use that on the card that we're going to make today. Fun ruffled ribbon is really cute. I bought these and I can't find them. It's little plastic gems that look like icing and they're really cute and I have to find them, but right now I don't know where they are. But I really want to show you this paper. So the paper by itself might be great because you can use it with a Christmas stamp you already have. So think about getting some of these less expensive things and yet you still have the look of this entire suite by just grabbing this paper, which is $11.50, and maybe the Memories and More cards and the envelopes. Maybe get the stencils are super great, and those are all discontinuing and they will not be moving forward into the next catalog. Now what is moving forward is the craft paper, which I'm really happy about because I think I really like using that. And also the pretty pillow box die is moving on to the next catalog. So these 2 are moving forward into the next season, but the rest is not. So anyway, take a look at that. But let's look at that paper that I really wanted to show you before this is gone. Now I've used a lot of it because I cut out, like I said, I cut out a ton of the gingerbread shapes for these little packaging things. And look what they've done. It's so brilliant. So a lot of the pages, so one side has a lot of wintry patterns, but the other side has these cookies. And I think that they really did a great job because normally, you know, when you have a multi-pack like this, sometimes you only get a couple sheets of each pattern. But with this one, you get a little more than usual, I think. I don't know exactly how many. There's 48 sheets in all. I mean, I used a lot of these shapes already, and yet I'm still finding a ton of cookie shapes. Now they do cut out with the dies from the die set, but you don't need to do that. You can cut them out by hand because not all of them, like the trees for example, don't have a die. The die set is just matches the stamps, so there's a snowflake, a bell, and an ornament, these 3. So there's also the stars and mittens and trees, which don't have a die, so you can cut them out. They're so easy to cut out, so I thought we would do that and make a card together. And the one I'm using are these mittens. Aren't they fun? And so I thought it'd be cute to make the mittens holding something. So that's what I'm going to do on our card. So I'm going to start with the mittens. I'm going to cut them out, and I will fast forward during my cutting out so you don't have to watch me cutting things out. There's a simple shape, I think. Nothing too crazy. I love that they thought of a left and a right mitten. Isn't that's nice that they put that little detail in there. Okay, so for this card I'm using a base in real red, and then I've got my 2 little mittens. And then I thought it would be fun to add some of this gingerbread, it's craft cardstock, and this is cut at 4.5 by 3.5. And I've got my mittens. Now I also am bringing in a little piece of white. Actually, I think this is too big. Let me cut this down. I just grabbed a scrap. This is, I want it to be 2 by 3.25. So let's cut a little bit off of that. Okay, and then I thought, you know, these cards are a great layering piece. So there's so many cute little sayings, sugar and spice and everything nice. And I don't know that I'm going to use a lot of those. I'll use a few for memory keeping, maybe on a scrapbook page or something like that. But then the other side, you know, you've got fun sayings. Here it's made with love. I will use that on some treat packaging. So maybe I'll save all of those. And I know I want this for a journaling on a scrapbook page, but there's several of them, so I could choose that. I want something more horizontal though, so let's see. I think this one is the one I wanted to choose. Yeah, that's the one. So it's real cute, like an ornament on one side and happy holidays, but there's several of each card, so I'm going to take one for this purpose. Okay, so I'm going to stamp on here, and you can use any Christmas sentiment you have. I'm going to use, what am I going to use? Let me find my red. I'm going to use, I like that you're the icing to my gingerbread. I just really like it. I'm going to do it kind of high, and you'll see why in a minute, because I'm going to put the mittens, and I don't want to block the words. Alright, so my thought here is this is going to be a gift card holder, and a lot of times the gift card goes on the inside of the card. This time it goes on the outside because I want it to be held by the mittens. It's kind of fun, right? So I'm going to put this down just because once the gift card goes away, I don't want it to be mittens holding nothing. So this is just kind of a placeholder. So that's just going to go straight down right in the center. Now you want to have a gift card handy for this next part, so I'm going to use my favorite, my Stampin' Up card. This was a reward I got a long time ago. It's 2015, but I keep it just because it's fun and I use it for a gift card. It's no longer valid, so that number is not going to do any good whatsoever. So anyway, we've got this, and then I just want to make it stay in place, so I'm going to throw a little bit of washi here. Just for a second, just because I need to know where it's going to be before I glue down my mittens. Now my mittens need to hold this gift card. So your thumbs, you got to think about that. Like, do they go down like this? No, because if I was holding something, my thumbs are up. So I'm going to put my thumbs up. Okay, like that. All right, and then I want to try to, I don't want the gift card to fall out, so I'm going to bring the gloves in as far as I can here, and I'm going to put down some tear tape, so you can see that I can put tear tape under here and on the side. It can't be above here because the gift card's going to come in and out. So I'm just going to grab my tear tape and give myself a little strip for the side, and this is why I want my gift card there. I want to measure and make sure it'll fit behind the mittens. Did I go too high on that one? No. And then I'm going to put some more here. I lost the end. There it is. Okay. So we're going to... Okay. Now I can remove that. And now... Oh, I went too far to the edge on this one, I think. It's a nice thing about tear tape. You can just tear it off. Alright, now I'm going to peel off the backing. Okay. And I'm just going to, I want them to be matching, so we're going to make sure that we, and I don't want to cover too much of my stamp sentiment. Okay, so I've got that down, and then I want to make sure that my gift card can go in there. Kind of tight on that side, but it does. Okay, it doesn't fall out. It's pretty tight, so you don't have to worry about that. This would be fun for a business card type thing too. Okay, so now I'm going to use my craft paper, and I want to kind of pop it up and have ribbon going in between the two layers just for fun. And then we're going to do something fun here with some icing, because that's why I kind of wanted the icing on here. But it's, even if you don't have the icing stamp, embossing paste is really fun. So I want you to see those decorative masks before they're gone. Okay, so I'm going to put some dimensionals here and some ribbon. Where's my red ribbon? I'm going to go around this craft piece with a little bit of ribbon. And I don't need a lot because I'm just going to tie a knot. I just wanted a little bit of texture. So sometimes it's nice to add just a tiniest bit of ribbon. Although we are going to add some texture with that embossing paste. So believe it or not, embossing paste has been around for several years, and I have never really used it. I have it, I bought it, and I just haven't used it. And I thought it was really cool, and I have so many ideas for it, but it's just, you know, it's simple to forget about things when there's so many options, right? All right, I'm going to make this smaller. It's a really gray day here, so hopefully the video's not too dark. I don't have great lighting. So I got one of these ring lights on my phone, But even that doesn't seem to cast very much light. Okay, so now I want to put some dimensionals in between these layers. Okay, so that's down, and then I want to put, I'm going to decorate this before we do anything further. So the decorative masks I'm talking about are called Adorning Accents decorative masks, and there's, this kind of looks like the icing, but there's also snowflakes and cute peppermint stripes, and then this just really cute pattern, and they're really fun to use. I use them with sponges a lot, and I've just never used them with embossing paste, so I was excited to try it. And you know, the thing that pushed me is that sentiment about having the icing on my gingerbread, so that kind of pushed me to go ahead and use it. Now, like I said, I've never used it, but it was pretty simple, so I'm not the expert, but anyone can do this because I was able to do it my first try. So what I wanted to do is make sure that I line this up. So I'm kind of looking at these dots and making sure that they're evenly across the bottom, and that's how I know that I've got a straight line going. And then I'm just going to tape this lightly onto my cardstock so that it doesn't move. And then I'm going to grab my little, this is like a silicone mat. It comes from Stampin' Up. It's kind of nice to have around for gluey projects. I've used it a ton for gluey projects, so I wanted to see how well it worked with embossing paste, and it works great. Cleanup was a snap. So one thing that they keep telling you about embossing paste is that it dries really fast and that it dries hard like cement. So you do have to clean up pretty quickly. So I did clean up my mask quickly, and I forgot to clean up my silicone mat, and I was like, uh-oh. But you know what? It just came right off the silicone mat, no problem. So now, you don't always have to do this. I'm blocking this off because I am super close to the edge here, and I don't want that embossing paste on that cardstock up here. So I'm putting some Post-it notes just in case I'm not super neat with the paste. Okay, so that's why I've got Post-it notes. If you're very tidy, you don't need that. Okay, so now embossing paste comes in this cute little jar, and it's sealed. It had I just took it off, you know, a few minutes ago when I peeled off the top. So it has like this thing, and inside of it, it's nice and moist, just like frosting. So it kind of has a little bit of a smell to it. And if you're just using it plain white, you can take it right out of the tub. But if you're going to do things with it, because you can dye it with re-inkers, you can add glitter, whatever. You can do things with it. Maybe have a second mat handy and do your mixing on your silicone mat. I, however, am going to go straight white, so I'm just going to close it. Now I'm closing it up because if you get air in there, it's going to dry hard as a rock inside the jar as well, and you want to keep it nice and moist, so close it right away. So if you're doing this in a group setting, don't like leave it open and hand it. You know how you clean things at the end? Don't do that. Clean it after each person, or close it up after each person. Okay, so now I'm going to spread it just like frosting. And all I'm doing is I'm getting it on the end. And you don't need a lot. I might need a little bit more. We'll see. And you're going to scrape it across the decorative mask. Yep, I might need a little bit more. Almost made it. Let's see. Let's see if I can. I mean, it wasn't a lot. A little bit does a lot. All right, nope, I didn't need any more. That was enough. So I'm going to go across, and in reality, the middle here is going to be covered. So you could have even just done the sides. Okay, so now you don't have to wait for it to dry to pull it up, because if you do, it might be cemented shut. It might be cemented on top of your cardstock. So what you need to do is you need to carefully lift it up, because it is still wet, and you don't want to smear your pretty pattern. So I'm going to take off my Post-it notes. And then I'm going to lift it up carefully. And then, because this is video and I can pause, I'm going to go wash this. And all I needed to do last time, which was only half an hour ago, is I just rubbed it with a damp cloth and it came off nice. And I also want to wash my little spatula thingy here. This comes from Stampin' Up also, and it comes in a 3-pack. It's really inexpensive. Anyway, you want to wash this too because you want that nice smooth palette knife, and if you have dried embossing paste on it, then it's going to not be smooth anymore. So I'm going to go clean this up and I'll edit that out. Okay, so everything is washed and put away. I am going to now finish the inside of the card. This just needs another moment to dry. I bet it'll be ready before you know it. So let's work on the inside. Now for the inside, I just cut a piece of basic white at 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to embellish it with, I'm just going to throw a Merry Christmas on here, and then I'm going to use some of that paper. And I want to bring it in again and show you. There's small gingerbread cookies too. So let me find, here they are. And I had one page that I already started cutting. Let's see if I can find that. There it is. Okay, so I'm going to put a Merry Christmas on there. Okay, and this is also from that frosted gingerbread stamp set. Okay. So you can notice that I cut from up here, and that's because, let me show you. Oh, that was just, and I hadn't glued that in there because I wasn't sure if I was going to do it. Okay, this was in the corner, but if you stick it in the corner here, that's okay. You've got a perfect little thing. You can use the cut off pieces. I kind of wanted to show you that, and now I don't have the top corner anymore, so I can't show you that. But on this snowflake here, we can, even though it's missing that top little piece, that's okay. I like to use the sides and things. I feel like I get the most out of my paper that way. I mean, it's not, if you waste a little bit, it's not a big deal. But it's so cute paper. You like to get as much as you can out of it. Sometimes when I'm up late and I can't fall asleep for some reason and I watch some kind of silly mindless television, like, I don't know, lately that's Monk. It's funny and but also mindless, and I've seen it before. Then I cut things out. I don't know, just kind of cut while watching. I hope to help me fall asleep. Okay, so then you can go ahead. I'm going to take out just this little notch. Now the snowflake one might be a little fussy for you. The bell and the ornament, Christmas bauble, are a little easier to cut. So that can go right up in the top corner, even though it was missing part of its image. So I'm going to put that down. Okay. And then down here, I'm just going to cut a couple more. And maybe I'll do the bell. And maybe something red like this ornament. I hope you'll take a look at this suite. I'm going to put a link to it in the video description so you can go right to it. Also, while you're there on my Stampin' store, check out the clearance rack. The clearance rack was updated recently, and there's some fun things on there. I think there was some Christmassy things and some Valentine things I think showed up. Some papers from last holiday. Some good deals to be had on the clearance rack. So this particular suite, like I said, is not on sale. I think they just know that this one's kind of a sell itself thing, but it's so cute. And again, if you can't get the whole suite, do check out those papers. This little paper pack, the card and envelope pack, because that is a good deal. And those Memories and More cards, because that cooling rack and the little oven mitts, spatula, just that little sticker pack alone makes me happy. I'm going to show you that again. So cute. And like I said, I have cards that I made with some of these that I'm going to show you on another. Actually, I want to show you how to quickly put something together because I have some pieces right here. So let's, if this is still drying, for, well, actually maybe it's done. Yeah, see, just talking, this is already dry. So we can put it together. And then I'll show you a quick Memories and More card. All right, there's the inside. And here is the outside. And like I said, it's a gift card holder. You can add a gift card and give this to somebody, and that is super fun. You can also fold up some money probably and put it in there. Anything you want to do is perfectly fine. Super cute. I hope you like it. Now, I want to show you putting together a really quick. See how fast these little cards and envelopes can be. Here's an envelope. Here's a card. So all you're going to do, and I already was looking through it and I found these trees, is you can add something like this. We can add some ribbon. I'm gonna go all the way. Let's see, how do I want to go? This way, or just something tall? Actually, maybe long. I'm liking the knot idea with this ribbon because it makes a big bulky bow and you want it to be able to go through the mail with one stamp. Okay, so I've got that. All right, and I want to add one of those little cooling racks. So cute. Now, you might say, how do I glue that? You know, oh, actually it's too big to go there. Let's not add a cooling rack. How about that? Haha. All right, I'm going to use that for my treat holder, so I'll save it for then because it is really cute. And I need lots of cookie treat holders, so I'm making a bunch of those. Okay, so I'm going to put this here. Let's glue these down. And that can go right on top. That, so far it took 2 seconds, right? And you can go further if you want. You can, I have some stars here. And see these little peppermints, you can cut those out too. Maybe you've got some circle punches like I do, and you can just kind of, this is a 3/4 inch circle punch. I don't think that we still sell them. That's probably too big. Let me grab my 1/2 inch. I have a little 1/2 inch one, so you can get yourself some little peppermints if you want. Those are fun to add, and even if you have an even smaller one, I think I do. Now, see, this one's too small, but you don't need the whole thing. That could be cute, and I might have a middle one. Let's see if I can get this one. I have a lot of little circle punches. That one's perfect. So anyway, you've probably got a lot of little circle punches too. So that's fun. You can just add some of those. I'm going to cut out one of these stars also. Okay, so on the inside, we're just going to add our Merry Christmas sentiment. And put down some of our little pieces here. And that was so fast. card with those bases already done for you. It's got such cute detail already, so it's so easy to just add a couple things. And again, if you do cooking and baking, if you make cookies for your neighbors and friends, this is a really great sweet to have. All right, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to show you some treat packaging in the next video, which will probably be tomorrow because I'm running late today. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And try the embossing paste. I don't know why I waited so long. It's super fun. Bye.